guys? This is Teresa, and today we are discussing the concept that deliverance is a process. Let's get into it. We are talking about deliverance being a process. Go on down there, hit the like, hit the bell, hit the notification, do all the buttons, do all the things. Today, we are talking about a very important topic that there's a lot of bad information on the internet out there about. So today, I'm going to tell you 3 things that you need to know about deliverance being a process. The first thing that you need to know is that when it comes to getting rid of an occult worldview, this takes time. It's not simply a one and done. Now all of a sudden you have a Christian worldview, you've been saved, and now you can go off into the hinterlands of Christianity. Okay, stop, take a breath, and understand that cutting off a practice doesn't necessarily mean that you have changed your complete worldview. Let me explain. When it comes to what's important to you and what you value, this comes down to what I call the throne of the heart. What you place on the throne of your heart, this creates the lens through which you perceive reality, right? And so when you leave the occult, you were on the throne of your own heart. It was all about you, all about self-serving, all of that. You as a God, those kinds of things. When you put Jesus on the throne of your heart, this takes time to completely shift the way you perceive reality. And so let's walk this out for a second. You've got habits and practices, so things that you do. Taking a step in from that, you have how you feel. Taking a step in from that, you have how you think, what you believe. Step in from that, you have your beliefs and your values. A step in from that, you have that throne of your heart. So, and when you leave the occult and you decide, okay, I'm not going to do these occult practices, you have to walk this back through time. Now, what does that look like? That leads us into number 2. It's very important to consider renewal of the mind. In order to lead thoughts and purposes captive to the obedience of Christ, we have to lean into what? Reading the Bible, ding, ding, ding. This is how you actually renew the mind. And so when you cut off a practice, you can go, okay, well, what does the Bible tell me about this practice? Okay. But even so, it goes further back. As you read the Bible and you dive into the word and you're prayerful about it, this will go deeper and deeper into, well, how do I feel about that practice? What do I think about that practice? Why did I value that practice? And what I find is that when it comes to the occult, we are often seeking power, knowledge, or healing through the occult. There's some desire that caused you to go get involved in those practices. And so as you walk this back and you're putting Jesus on the throne of your heart, you're actually learning more about likely the traumas that you've gone through that caused you to want to seek control, power, and manipulation through the occult. And so all this takes time to lead captive to Christ so that he can come in and actually renew that mind, which leads us to number 3. A really important thing to consider when it comes to deliverance being a process is this concept of leaning into the sacraments. Sacramental worship is paramount when it comes to getting free of the occult. And I'll give you one reason why. It's one word. This word is surrender. When it comes to the Holy Eucharist, where you're leaning into receiving Jesus Christ into your body to renew you, there's a full surrender of what Jesus has said to us, what he's given to us as a sacrament, and we receive that grace. We are renewed by this concept of us not being anything that saves us. It is the ultimate surrender to the truth that it is only Jesus who saves us. And so I find that as people come out of the occult and they lean especially into the Blessed Sacrament, it is this reminder over and over and over again that we receive Jesus into our body, and it's the blood of Christ that transforms us, that sanctifies us, that frees us from the occult. So a very strong sacramental life is important. Another sacrament that's really critical here is reconciliation. Going through this renewal of the mind that we're talking about, where you're leading those thoughts and purposes captive to Christ over time as you're getting freed. When you go through the examination of conscience and you go and you sit with a priest and you receive that apostolic authority absolution, there's beautiful transformation and healing that occurs. I find that the Holy Spirit works through these sacraments to reveal more to us as we're shucking off these old belief systems, as we're continually putting Jesus on the throne of our heart. And that, my friends, is why deliverance is a process. And these are 3 ways that you can keep in mind as you're going through your process of deliverance. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, go on down there, give me a comment. What did you think? And what other questions do you have about deliverance being a process? This is Teresa Yanaros. Make sure you follow me on social media. You can find me on spiritsanctified.com.